Welcome to a Cinemafia story. This is the boss, G.A. Johnson, speaking live from the counter of the Karma House. My good friend Joby has showed up bearing gifts. Joby, tell me what we got here.
So today, good people in the land, we've got a myriad, if you will, of a chocolate-infused Kava syrup, i.e. Kava tonic. We have a Moorish-infused Kava beverage, which has the traditional Old World spice of the Moors that was infused into the southern coastal regions of Europe around 711 and is now still thriving present day. And so I've infused it. Being Sicilian, I am Moorish by design, through the bloodlines of my ancestors, and so I'm just answering the ancestral calling card from my ancestors to infuse drinks, syrups, elixirs, what have you, with spices that they brought from the motherland of northern Africa into the European continent. And then, last but not least, you have a shell infused with some of the Kava-infused syrup, as well as I have a just pure by itself Kava shot that we are going to bula together.
All right, let's see about it. 1, 2, 3.
Bula.
That makes my dirty sock water taste 1,000% yummier. I could see giving this to kids.
It is safe for child consumption since it does not contain cannabis whatsoever. It does, however, contain love, ecstasy, and ancient tribal lineage spice culture. I've been going down the rabbit hole of botanical alchemy quite extensively in the last 2 weeks, and I couldn't figure out why. The reasoning for it now I've figured out is because my ancestors are literally screaming at me, put this into modern day society however you can, whatever medium you can, whether it's food, which I'm a chef and I express my love and creativity through my food for the people that I love. You know, beverages such as the elixirs, the syrups, spices. So stay tuned for more to come, as well as bodywork lotion. Since I am a body worker of light, I also do infused body working lotions. And I've shifted gears with some of the ingredients, and I'm running unbridledly down the highway as fast as light can carry me through the universe with Kava.
So real quick, for my square audience who isn't quite as hip to what we've got going on, Kava is about more than just recovering drunks like myself having a little drink to take the edge off, right? What is the major benefit of Kava to those people who aren't necessarily using it as a means to not drink booze?
So Kava by design, if you look at it in a cultural lineage perspective, Kava has been around for thousands of years. It originated in Polynesian culture. The Polynesians have used it extensively through their cultural practices within ceremony, within rituals, as within just an everyday beverage sort of consumption. For everyone that doesn't really understand what it is, break it down really quick and fast and short and sweet. Kava's a botanical member of the pepper family, so there is somewhat of a spice to it when you do consume any form, whether it's a tea, an extract, or some type of spice.
So that's why I get kind of that feeling in the lips or the tongue a little bit on the initial.
Excellent segue. Yes, it is exactly the reason for that too. It's similar to the way I could describe. Everybody's been to the dentist sometime in their life. Novocaine. So you get shot up with Novocaine by the doctor, or they put a Novocaine gel in your mouth, and your mouth gets tingly and numb. Essentially, what that is the Kava lactones, the active ingredient in the Kava root that is what makes your mouth, any human's mouth, tingly. Why? Because by design, naturally, Kava is a natural analgesic, or what is considered a nerve anti-inflammatory, along with many other things. inflammation is primarily the nervous system in any human's body's reason for pain. I can't say pain relief because then I'd have to spend millions of dollars to have research done unnecessarily, which we're not doing. We're just going to sit at the Kava bar and drink Kava and reminisce about what will be.
That's a great introduction on that. I appreciate it. So I just want to say real quick, the gifts you brought me, we've gotten a Hershey's syrup bottle. What's in the Hershey's syrup?
That's going to be the chocolate elixir that I'm working on. Again, that's the infused kava extract with chocolate syrup. Also, culturally speaking, chocolate was basically used as well in ceremonies and rituals by the Mayans and the Aztecs in the Americas way, way, way before, we'll just say thousands of years ago. And by design, chocolate comes from cacao before it's filtered and refiltered and refined, etc. But naturally speaking, it has the highest content of theanine and bromine, which is the perfect medicine or vitamins and nutrients for body's heart.
Do you think Mr. Hershey of Pennsylvania, when he started his production, had any fucking clue about any of what you just said?
Yes, that's why.
Fantastic.
But also at the same time, to speak to a little bit more deeper, why do we all crave chocolate? Well, it hits the receptors in the brain the same way the feel-good hormones do, such as when you have a orgasmic experience of your, intimate pleasures, what have you. Those receptors release feel-good hormones, dopamine, oxytocin, the really good serotonin, melatonin, all the feel-good stuff.
Feel-good stuff. Is that why we're going to be giving a bunch of chocolate out to our significant others or our love interests coming towards Valentine's Day?
That's kind of the idea. That's kind of the intention, is that you're trying to open those receptors of the brain up to receive other sort of, ideas, concepts, engagements, if you will, circumstances. I'll leave that to everyone else's discretion. But the idea with chocolate is it also is a heart medicine. Naturally, it allows your heart to open and heal. Vascularly speaking, in terms of aorta valve, etc., it literally creates vasodilation, which is a fancy word for expanding circulatory pathways in the heart.
Fantastic. So, this Valentine's Day, maybe I should consider a gift of Kava, some quality chocolate. It helps my heart, and it opens her heart.
Well, think about why everybody wants to eat chocolate or craves chocolate. We're taught in at least North American culture to shove our emotions into our stomach and not really cry as a man, if you will. I was in tears sideways on my way here because I was overwhelmed with emotion. Could it be because of the chocolate that I was consuming on the way here? Probably. Could it be because I miss a lot of really beautiful people that are no longer walking the earth and it just hit me all of a sudden like that? All of the above would be yes. Anyway, that being said, if you're going to eat chocolate, you should eat as high a percentage value of chocolate as possible because that's the least refined and it's going to have the highest natural nutrients, would be the best way to put it for everybody that doesn't really get too crunchy into the dirt with all of the mud pie-ness of botanical alchemy.
Gotcha. So when you set out to, you're not necessarily flavoring Kava, right? Kava, when it's done
Correct.
well, is actually a wonderful drink. Karma
Correct.
House puts out something that is not dirty sock water.
That is correct.
There are other places, though,
that will remain nameless.
But the sock water's there. What is your intention behind bringing the chocolate aspect to the Kava?
Well, chocolate's a carrier. I do a couple different things with it intentionally besides the heart-opening medicine. Chocolate also is a carrier through the bloodstream because it can get into your blood faster than just about everything. So if you suspend chocolate and or spices, which I've done in this chocolate-infused tonic syrup, elixir, whatever you want to call it, into any human's body orally, the salivary glands in the mouth will absorb the majority of all of the nutrients initially before it even goes into the GI tract of the body to be filtered through the gastrointestinal tract and then into the liver and then into the kidneys and then back into the blood through the heart. But this way it goes directly into the mouth, directly into the lungs, down the trach. Before it even gets to the esophagus, it's already hit your heart. So the idea is, how can I bring this medicine, this plant lineage medicine that I've been working on diligently in my botanical alchemy madness to all of the good people. Everybody loves chocolate, right?
Heck
so
yeah.
There you go. Chocolate's going to be primary, public enemy number one. And then number two is going to be, how will it actually be metabolized? How can the body work smarter, not harder, in terms of metabolic consumption and then also metabolic delivery into the cells? So you're taking something that was a root growing in the earth, peeling it, grinding it into a fine enough powder, and putting it into a chocolate that delivers it into your cell matrix, your brain-blood barrier in your body as fast as possible. Other than an intravenous injection, this is about the quickest way to do it. And we're not doing that nor promoting that, just so you know.
And we don't snort the kava either.
We do not.
Great, Joby. Well, I appreciate that, and I love the gifts you brought. Everybody remember, Joby is available for body work coming this Valentine's Day. If you have a significant other or a loved one you'd like to treat, check out Princess Becky's blog on the amazing body work that Joby does. Thanks for meeting me this morning, Joby.
Yeah. Pleasure. Anytime.